Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy, and I'm here to do a pick a card reading for you. This is going to be a timeless reading. So what that means is whenever you watch this video, that is when it's meant for you. All right, so today I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for watching. And I do really appreciate all of your comments, your likes, your donations, and all of your support to my channel. It means a lot to me. If you would like a personal reading, you can contact me for that. I will leave all of my information down below. So for today's reading, we're going to be looking at what are your spiritual gifts and talents. Okay, so this is something fun. I think that we all have different spiritual gifts and talents, and it's very unique to each and every one of us. But this is just something fun to kind of dive a little deeper into what your spiritual gifts are and how you can work on those and explore those a little bit deeper. Okay, so what you're going to do is take a moment, just take a deep breath, relax, and center your energy. And you're going to choose either pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Now, I do want to say that if you are drawn to more than one pile, you can pick more than one pile. That's perfectly fine. If you want to pick all 3, that's fine. But I do recommend going with whichever one you're drawn to first. That will be your strongest message, okay? So if you'd like to take a moment and pause this video, you can do that. And if you've already chosen your card, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so what are your spiritual gifts and talents? Let's start with pile number 1. So if you chose number 1, you have autumn, and it says, release the old and rest. For your tarot card, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is beautiful, guys. All right, so let's take a look at the Oracle card first. All right, so with the energy of autumn, this is telling me, guys, that your spiritual gifts are very unique. I feel like you are able to help people heal from their past, okay? Now, some of you, this could be, I do believe this is a very healing energy, okay? So whether or not you realize it, you are healing people as you come in contact with them or talk to them, or even just being in your presence, you're healing them. Some of you, this could be energy healing or energy work like Reiki. Some of you might be a past life therapist or regressionist. Or I feel like you're just able to talk to people and communicate with people about things that have happened in their lives. And you're able to help them let go of the past and heal from their past, and really take the lessons that they've learned from the past and put that into use in their current lives and in their future. Okay, so this is very, very important. You might be very drawn to the time of fall or autumn. Okay, so some of you might have been born around that time, or you really like that season. You know, fall is maybe perhaps your favorite season. Okay, it's very comforting. It's a very cozy time of the year, and I feel like that's kind of the energy that you have. You know, you're a very comforting person. People feel comfortable around you. They feel like they trust you enough to open up and share their experiences with you. They feel as if you're not going to judge them. So it's a very comforting energy that you have. All right. With the raven there, that is a symbol of healing. So again, I feel like you're healing people, whether you realize it or not. You have a healing presence, a healing energy about you. I feel like after people are around you, or you interact with people, that they feel recharged, they feel rested. You help lift some of their burdens off of their shoulders. Okay. Now, also, some of you, you might really connect with nature or animals. So you might, you might feel your best when you're outside, or you're in the woods, or you're around nature. Um, and animals, I feel, are very drawn to you. So you might have a strong connection with animals, or you're able to communicate with animals in a certain way. Okay, so that's a really beautiful card. I love that card. So with your tarot card, you have the Ten of Pentacles. And this is a gorgeous card as well. This is earth energy. So you might be an earth sign, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I feel like family, friends, community is very important to you. Okay, so again, the earth energy is one that's very grounded. So I feel like you are very grounded, and you help people to stay grounded. Okay, you help them get back to their roots. You help them to realize what's really important in their life, and that might be, friends and family, relationships, connections, things like that. This is a very happy energy. It's one of, the message I get from this card is home. Okay, so I feel like you're very much, I think you might be a homebody for some of you, or your home is just very welcoming to people. Okay, and also your energy, I think, is one that's very familiar to people. So when they're around you, they feel at home. Okay, so that's wonderful. I do feel like you have a lot of abundance in your life, and you're very much willing to share that with people, whether that be finances, or just love, compassion, whatever it is that you're abundant in, you're very generous with it. Okay, so this is a loving, generous, nurturing nature that you have. So I do believe that anyone that's around you, or has the privilege of knowing you or working with you, is very blessed. So that's awesome. All right, guys, so there's number one. All right, so if you chose number two, you have the Moon. And for your tarot card, you have the Knight of Cups. All right, so this is a beautiful card. The Moon, guys, is all about intuition. So your spiritual gift might be that you have a very strong intuition. You're very intuitive. You might sense things or know things just automatically. Okay, this is your gut instinct. I feel like when you have a gut instinct about something, it's 9 times out of 10 you're right on. This is the divine feminine. So this is a feminine energy. That doesn't mean that you have to be a female, but what it means is that the divine feminine is a very intuitive energy. Okay, so you might have some psychic abilities where you get messages from spirit, or perhaps you have premonitions or dreams, or you just have a sense of knowing when something's going to happen, or knowing how someone is feeling. For a lot of you, you might be an empath, okay? An empath is someone who can feel what the other person is feeling. So you're able to sense other people's emotions and how they're feeling. And it's a very special gift of an empath, but it can also be very challenging as well, because I feel like you absorb people's energy very easily. I feel like you can be affected by other people's energy, whether that be good or bad. And as an empath, as an intuitive person, you have to learn to protect yourself. Okay, you have to learn to, yes, it's okay to feel those emotions and, you know, those thoughts and things, but we have to learn to not let that overtake us or affect us in a negative way. Okay, so you have to learn to protect your energy when you're an empath or an intuitive. So that's very important, guys. For a lot of you, I feel like you do associate very much with the moon. So the moon is very powerful. It definitely affects our emotions. Okay, you might be just drawn to looking at the moon or gazing at the moon in all of its different beautiful phases. And for some of you, you might be you know, putting out energy or bringing in energy from the moon to work with different areas of your life. For a lot of you, you might be a night person. You just enjoy, you know, the moonlight, and you enjoy being up at night, and you might feel much more awake at night than you do during the daytime. Okay, again, this can talk about having dreams, dreams that, you know, come true, premonitions. You might be actually able to walk around in your dreams and control them. You might be able to visit other people in their dreams. Okay, again, a very intuitive psychic connection here that you have. Excuse me. Let's look at your tarot card. So you have the Knight of Cups. All right, so this is water energy, and the moon is definitely connected with the water. So you might be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Or you might just be very drawn to the water. You might love the ocean or the beach, or, you know, the lakes. And water for you is a very healing element. Okay, so definitely surround yourself in that water. Okay. I feel like people are drawn to you. Okay, you have a very magnetic personality, just like the moon. You know, the moon affects the tides and the oceans. I feel like people are drawn to you, like, you know, magnetically. You have this this charisma. Okay, this very attractive. I feel like you're very attractive on the outside, a very, you know, very good looking, very beautiful, or very handsome, but also on the inside, very much charismatic, and you have this personality where people feel comfortable approaching you. Okay, I feel like you are very persuasive. I feel like you know how to get what you want in life, and not that you're manipulative in any way, but you know how to charm people. You know how to be you might be a salesman for some of you, but I feel like you definitely have a way with words, and you're able to express yourself very well to other people. Let's see what else we have here. I feel like you're very much able to read people well. Okay, so with that moon energy, that intuition, you're able to, look at a person and kind of know what they're about, know what they're thinking, know what they're feeling. So you're able to read people very well. Some people might be intimidated by that because I feel like you see through any BS. That if someone's lying, I feel like you can tell that. Okay, so that's part of that strong intuition that you have, that gut feeling. What else do we have here? I think that's about it. I think overall, you do have that magnetic personality, and people they do feel comfortable around you, okay? But definitely your gifts and talents revolve around being able to empathize with people, um, being able to have a strong intuition about things and people and events. You might be able to, you know, kind of predict things that are going to happen in the future. And you have a very strong sense of knowing about people, places, and things. Okay? So that's pretty awesome, guys. All right, last but not least, we have pile number 3. So if you chose pile number 3, you have the High Priest with the World. All right, guys, this is really gorgeous. Let's talk about this High Priest. All right, so this is a masculine energy. The moon we talked about was feminine energy. This is more masculine. Again, that doesn't mean you have to be a male. This is just the divine, represents the divine masculine. So with the High Priest, this is all about manifesting. So you, whether you realize it or not, are excellent at manifesting. Okay? You're able to create things in your life by setting your intentions very specifically on something. Okay? So this is an energy of determination. You're very hardworking. You have a very strong will. So once you put your mind to something, you definitely are able to achieve that. Okay? So with the High Priest, I do feel like you are able to help people manifest things in their life. You definitely lead by example, but you're also able to teach them how that you do that. So for some of you, you might be a teacher of some type. This can be a spiritual teacher, or just a teacher in high school or college. But there's something that you're teaching people. You have a very vast knowledge of spirituality. Okay. For some of you, this is a very Egyptian energy. For some of you, you might have been in Egypt in a past life. But this is an energy about really understanding what it takes to create and manifest. Okay? Now, you might be doing this, for some of you, you might have been doing this for a long time. You're a pro manifester. For others of you, you're doing this without even realizing it, okay? So we have to be very careful what we think about and what we say in our actions in our life. We are manifesting our future, okay? So we have to be very specific when we manifest. We have to set our intentions in a very detail-oriented way. All right. So for some of you, you might be manifesting things that you don't want to manifest because you're not even realizing you're doing it. All right. So be specific. Always be positive with your thoughts, your words. I always tell people, our thoughts are extremely powerful. And when we get the emotions behind those thoughts, that's when we're really able to manifest things. Okay. So I do feel like you are, for some of you, you're a leader in your work or your community. You're definitely somebody that people look up to. They might come to you with questions, they might come to you for advice, and you are able to give them that advice. Okay. You do have a lot of wisdom, and I feel like it is an ancient wisdom. I feel like you're an old soul. I feel like you've been through a lot of different lifetimes, and you've acquired a lot of knowledge, and you're able to share that with people. You're able to teach them things, and again, you might not even be realizing you're doing this, but you are. Okay. So again, be very careful with your thoughts and your words, because you are manifesting your reality. I do feel like you are able to set a path for the future. And not only can you see where that path is going, but you can direct it. Okay. So it's a very powerful energy. Make sure you're harnessing it. Make sure you're using it to the best of your ability. Okay. And also be very careful with, staying away from negative thoughts and negative words, because we can manifest that. All right. So with your tarot card, guys, you have the World. And this is a gorgeous card. It fits right in with manifesting. The World is about completion of a cycle. And once you've completed a cycle in life, you've learned the lesson, you're ready to move on to a new cycle. So I feel like you have learned a lot of lessons in life, and you're able to give really sound advice about what to do in certain situations. For some of you, you might be in a position, again, like a teacher, where you're speaking a lot, you're giving advice. You might be a lawyer, or somebody that advises people on what to do. With the World card, I feel like you are well traveled, and you do like to travel. I feel like that when you do travel, and it doesn't have to be really far, but whenever you're out and about, I feel like you meet people that you need to meet. And what I mean by that is that you're not meeting people by accident. You're meeting people that need your advice and that need your knowledge. Okay. And you're sharing that with them. With this World card, I also feel like you are doing some spiritual traveling. So you might be, astral traveling, or traveling through at nighttime in your dreams. But you're able to connect with people. I feel people all over the world. So for some of you, you might be sharing your gifts through the internet, or through, technology, or even just, through your subconscious, connecting with people that way. So this is a really special card, guys. I feel like you are, at this point in your life, you're realizing that you do have all of the power to create your future. And you're really starting to hone in on those manifesting skills and make it. I think you've always been doing it, but now I think you're much more aware of it. and you're able to harness it and make it, you know, make it where your dreams come true, where you're manifesting all of your desires and wishes. Okay, and I think you're sharing that with people, and that's really magical. All right. Okay, guys, so there you have your reading. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this reading and how it resonated with you. And I'd love to hear more about your spiritual gifts. And if you have any questions about how to develop those gifts, I would love to help you with that as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great week.